Today I have the Shure SM7b versus the Sennheiser MKH 416. Let's see how they sound. Welcome back to the channel, and yes, this is kind of awkward because I have the SM7b by Shure and I have the Sennheiser MKH 416. Both excellent mics, two completely different purposes, but a lot of us will use them for the same purpose, and should you? And what do I mean by that? The Shure SM7b is an iconic podcast and vocal mic that people have been using for years and years. You can look it up. It's a real thing. And the Sennheiser MKH 416 is actually an amazing, epic shotgun mic. Exactly how it sounds. It shoots out for that sound, and so you can capture amazing audio from a distance. And that has been around for years and years as well on film sets and television sets. So when it comes to a podcast type space like this on YouTube or a set studio, which one is best? Now, the benefit of the Shure SM7b is that it's not picking up a lot of reverb from around the room. Now, it does pick up some, but nothing compared to the MKH 416 by Sennheiser. And therefore, this is an amazing microphone, especially if you're a lot closer to the microphone, less reverb, more voice right inside of there. Now, on the other hand, the shotgun mic of the Sennheiser MKH 416 is also amazing because it can pick up ambient sound, also focus on the vocals as well, and you can pick up more than one talent at a time, whereas the Shure SM7b is going to be one person at a time, and like this, you are going to need it in the shot. I, on the other hand, am only showing the Sennheiser in the shot just so you know it exists and I'm not making it up. Now, for the last few years, I've been using the MKH 416 down in my studio where the environment is more treated. Not great, but it's better treated than this room where I have hardwood floor with a rug and untreated walls. And you can hear the echo. Now, it is a more natural sound coming out, and it is awesome with those environmental shots, but where the Shure SM7b definitely shines is really just focusing on the vocals and not that ambient sound. The price of the Shure SM7b is a lot cheaper than the Sennheiser MKH 416. This is $399 and the Sennheiser is $999. Now, the other alternative people use for the Sennheiser is the MKH 50, which is a shorter condenser mic that gets less reverb in a room, and a lot of people in those short spaces like this would get that, which that mic is actually $1,300 to $1,400, so you're spending an extra $300 to $400 on top of what the cost of the Sennheiser MKH 416 is. But the cheapest route right now for the highest quality is to do something like the Shure SM7b. Amazing, magnificent, and sounds great. Plus, it is very neutral in sound, and you can EQ it very easily in post. And if you don't know what EQ means, it is equalizer, and that means you can equalize the audio and manipulate it. So in video terms or photo terms, it is playing with the dynamic range of the audio. But on the complete other hand of things, you do not need to EQ the Sennheiser 416. You can if you want, but out of the gate, it sounds EQ'd. It's just beautiful. The audio is awesome. But because it is a shotgun mic, it does make it more difficult to get it specifically towards the mouth. Now, the Rode shotgun microphones out there, they give you a lot more leniency when it comes to getting that vocal pickup. Where with the Sennheiser, it actually has to be focused really at the vocal source. Ear off a little bit, and it doesn't sound the best right now. So you really want to be right in the center of it just to get that audio perfect. And when you're with the Shure SM7b, you sometimes could be eating this microphone to get that awesome sound. But a lot of people are used to that podcast look, and maybe you are too. Let me know in the comments if this is something that is forgiving Seeing that in the shot is probably not forgiving unless I have it set up in a more podcast way, which the Sennheiser MKH 416 is also known for voiceovers and for podcast as well. But when you do it as a podcast, you actually have to be eating the microphone almost just like you would with the Shure SM7b. Now, when it comes to environments, the Shure SM7b is actually a one-trick pony. It is going to be in a close space like this. You're always going to be here. And in most cases, if it's going to be video and not just audio, it's always going to be in the shot. Completely on the other hand, you have the Sennheiser MKH 416, which I just said could be voiceover, could be podcast, and could be out of shot and pick it up. And where it really does shine is in large spaces and outside. And in a treated room, it works well inside as well. Just not this room because it's not treated. Now, over the last couple of weeks, you've seen a transformation where I've done less videos from my lower studio and been doing them more in the office. And this way, I can actually shoot out a lot more tutorials each week, which a lot of you want to know more about with DaVinci Resolve and other photo and video editing software that I do use. And that makes this an awesome, easy mic setup. And when I'm in my lower studio, to have the Sennheiser MKH 416, that makes that an easy setup, so there's no mic in the shot. So for me, who I do video and photography for a living, having both these mics do play a part and are much needed. But for those of you that have been following me for a few years now, or even a few months, is this distracting? Is having a microphone in my mouth distracting, especially during tutorials? Or is it forgiving because the audio is just that good? Because if there's one thing I can tell you that's more important than video, is audio. A story can still be told without visuals as long as there's audio. And on the other hand, if you have amazing video and amazing images and poor audio, that message is going to be lost. I did want to mention that both these could be fixed in post with EQing, and you can get rid of those low rumbles and also any kind of distracting noise with that software nowadays. Now, just like video, audio is subjective as well. So which one did you like? The Shure SM7b sound or the Sennheiser MKH 416? And if you want to see more tests in different environments with these sources of sound, then leave a comment below and let me know what you would like to see. And don't forget, in the description below, I do have links for both these microphones. Highly recommend, but if you can only have one, that really determines on how you're going to use it. Versatile, outside, inside, as long as you have treated rooms. I would say the MKH 416 will get everything if you're a production. But if you are just a studio and it's going to be a specific environment, this one is pretty amazing for $399. Oh, I forgot to mention, there's actually one for $499 that has a cloud lifter built in. If you do not have a soundboard that can boost this mic enough, you need what is called a cloud lifter, which will bring that up enough. And that's exactly what this little piece on here is. It is a cloud lifter. The one for $499 has the cloud lifter built in, but there is a price to it. And that's not just the $100 that you're going to be spending more to get that cloud lifter. It is more logos, more branding by Shure, and less neutral, where this original SM7B and not the 7DB has less logos, less distractions for your shots. And this cloud booster was actually only about $60, so you are saving some money on that end as well. Now, I did want to say one more thing before I go, and that is, what do you think about this new setup? Because I am open to criticism, constructive criticism. If you're going to be a jerk, I'm totally going to delete it. But what do you think from what I've been doing in the past to this, and how could I improve it if I can? For me, this is a lot easier, so I can get a lot more videos sent out to you, more tutorials, more reviews. But don't worry, the weather's getting warmer, and Jared will be going in his driveway to do more tests. Now, if you found any value in this video, please hit that like button and also consider subscribing, because this is who I am. I am Jared. I appreciate you guys sticking around this long. So if you don't mind spending a little bit more time getting to know me, those videos are pretty good. Not gonna lie. I'm kind of a big thing over there.